we are live.
And we are live. Good morning, my beautiful sisters. How are you?
Good
Good,
morning.
good,
We
thank
are good. How
you.
are you?
I'm great, thank you. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our viewers, depending where you're watching us from. You are welcome. This is another blessed day that the Lord has given us. We rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome to our day 65 of 90 days of show up and shine from fear to freedom. That's why we're here, and we are so grateful to God for giving us this opportunity to come live again and talk to you about important topic. But before I get into it, I'm your host today. My name is Mwayi. I'm a Christian. I'm a wife, a mom of 3 beautiful children, and also I'm a successful mentor in our business. So today's theme is the one that I always hear. All right. So why did I leave my comfort zone for this business? For someone else, it can be because of school or they want something new. But for 4 of us here, we've got something in common. You know, we left our comfort zone for this business. Why? Right? So the truth is comfort zone feels safe. All right. But they keep us small. Growth and new beginnings come when you step out into the unknown with faith. You take out yourself from that comfort zone to make yourself uncomfortable, right? So this is my, favorite verse of the Bible. It says that in Joshua 1 verse 9, being strong and courageous, don't be afraid and do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. All right? Be strong and courageous. That means step out of your comfort zone, knowing that your God has got you. You're not alone. All right. So, as I say, I'm joined by my beautiful business partners, my beautiful sisters here. We're going to dig into this topic and share why we are here, why we left our comfort zone to do what we are doing. So I'm joined by Diana, Hazel, and Jannet. So now I'll pass it over to Diana, who is going to, share from her heart why, because today's topic is important. So Diana, over to you, please.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, everyone. Hazel, Mwayi, Jannet. I'm so grateful to be here today. And I'm so grateful, always grateful, because God has given us this chance, and He's always given us that desire to always show up for our business every single day. So today's day 65, and I'm so grateful. And I'm just gonna say thank you for anyone who's gonna watch us and who's watching us at the moment. We are always appreciate a lot. You keep us going. So I'm just gonna introduce myself. My name is Diana. I'm a mom of 2 beautiful girls and a wife and a digital business owner based here in Sydney, Sydney. And I'm a mentor too. So my background is I'm a support worker. So I've worked for the last 9 years since I came to Australia. But originally I used to work as a sales administrator back home. So, things change, and you move to other countries and you pick a job that is gonna be, you're able to work with between you and your husband and your family. So that's what I chose. So my husband works in a corporate job. I work casually as a support worker. So, and to anyone who is watching us, our comfort zone, the places that we go to earn money, we feel comfort because that's where we get every fortnight, we get our money, our pay. And on the outside, it looks perfect. We are always perfect. We say this is an income. It's a steady income that comes every fortnight. Yeah. So, and we respect our jobs. We always show up. We go on time. We are never late. Never late. It's a sense of security for us. But inside, I did 3 jobs. I was exhausted. I worked hours. I worked morning, I worked afternoon, and I worked night. Long shift left me drained, and I would often feel sick. I'll come home, I will not be able to do nothing. When I come home at night or in the morning, my kids are sleeping. I shower and I go to another shift. I don't see my kids. When I leave in the evening, my kids are sleeping. I don't see them. In the afternoon, I don't pick them from school because I'm still working. So if I can count how many school events that I've missed in those 9 years, how many times I told my kids, Mom, Mommy, I'm so tired. I can't take you anywhere. How many times I've turned down my kids to do to go to an event or to go to a play date. Just those small events, those small things that we take for granted. That's more time that we don't give ourselves to even take care of our kids. That one, after so long, I felt like that was it. That's not my life. That's not the life that I want. I felt so hurt because I had no time with my kids. It crushed my soul. And I thought that I'm not going to do this anymore. I was going to work. I was getting the money. Yes, I'm not saying that I was not earning. No, I was earning. But I was never there for them. When I need them, when they're sick, I will even feel guilty to cancel my shift so that I can take care of my kids. How bad that is. And we are moms. I still told myself that I need to push myself, that I need stability. Stability in jobs that I used to do, doing 3 jobs. That's not stability. That's exhaustion. My body was tired, and I knew that deep down, I was trading my health, my time, and my joy for paycheck, which I think most of people from diaspora, come to do. We trade everything. We trade our health, we trade our time, and we trade our joy for paycheck. We just want to earn. The thought that scared me the most wasn't failing in a business. It was looking back years later and realizing that I missed my children's childhood because I stayed in the false comfort of a job that was draining me. So that's why I had to step out. I stepped out from my comfort zone because I felt like I was in a cage and I wanted something that will give me freedom. And that's why I chose this opportunity. This opportunity has given me so much freedom, so much peace in mind that I'm always home every single day here. Every day I'm here with my children. I'm always picking them from school. I'm able to take them to appointments, doctor's appointments. I'm able to take them to whatever I want to because I'm home and I'm available. So I'm just going to pass it on to Hazel.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Mwayi. Thank you, Jannet. And thank you, viewers, for coming this morning and watch us once more. I'll introduce myself quickly. My name is Hazel. I'm a mom of 3. I'm also a business digital entrepreneur, and I'm a registered nurse. And for me, my comfort zone was fear. And I'm sure my business partners can agree. The comfort zone for most people is fear. And fear goes with mindset. If you have that mindset of saying you can't do something, you'll be stuck in the same place. Like Mwayi said, you feel comfortable in that comfort zone of fear and you'll be stuck. You'll never move. You'll be in the same place. You're doing what you're doing. And as Diana said, for her working 3 shifts, she even used to turn down the children if they want to go for training or they want to do something. It's the same. We do night shift. For me, I do 12-hour shifts, night shift. I come home, I can't even watch TV with my kids. They want to watch a movie, I sit down in the sofa and I'm gone. I'm dozing already, which is sad. That's the time, that quality time we have to be spending with the kids. So I remember one day I was sitting at work and I was thinking, is this going to be my life forever? Doing night shift, 12 hours. And if you do 3 nights, my sister or my brother there, if you've never done it, ask us. Your body is like you've been in a boxing ring. By the time you wake up in the morning, you don't want to wake up. It's like you've been pounding. So don't do exactly what you're doing. Find something else on the side. So waiting, for the weekend to fly, that was my main thing. I just want the weekend to fly. I just want everything to pass, but I'm still doing the same thing. Remember, I'm not changing my life just because I had that fear and I was so comfortable that I can't do it. But once the truth, the world, around us is already gone digital. So when I started thinking about it, what I realized, when you start paying bills, they'll ask you, do you want to do it digital, or you want us to be posting you the bills? And I thought, oh, paying digital? The first time I received in my email, I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know where to go, how to pay. I had to ask my son. He's the one who did it for me. And then I realized, no, I have to, upgrade myself in my thinking, in what I'm doing. Because if I don't upgrade myself, I'll just be doing the same thing. It's like I'm living in my grandfather's generation, instead of moving to our generation, our standard. So it's not really good. We need to move. We need to change our mindset. Everything has gone digital. There's no excuse that you can't do it. If you can't, ask your children, ask someone who can do it, who can show you. And this is why this community shows us how to do it. You can't say you can't do it because you don't know how to do it. There's training, there's mentors, there's coaches. They always guide us. So I don't want my kids to inherit that fear that I had. I had that fear, and I don't want my kids to inherit that. As a mom, I want to settle things. I want to to set that ground on how they can start, not starting from scratch, like us, what we did. That's when I realized all that my comfort zone wasn't perfect for me. It was a trap. And the only way I could step up forward is, to join the business and know how to run it. As for now, I'll pass on to my business partner, Jannet, so that she can, expand more. Over to you, Jannet.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hazel. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Mwayi. I'm really grateful for another brand new day that God has given us to come on live. And, like I encourage us, like I talk about this, our amazing opportunity that God has given us, to our viewers, because, they are busy working moms and dads out there who are looking, like our business opportunity as a solution to them. That is why every day we are always so happy to come and show up every day and share about this amazing opportunity that is transforming our life each and every day. So I'm just gonna go quickly and introduce myself and share from my heart what I have to in regards, like to today's topic. So for those who are watching us for the very first time, my name is Jannet. I am a wife. I am a mom to two beautiful kids. I am a nurse by profession, and I'm also a digital global entrepreneur and a mentor, and I live in Western Australia. For me, like our comfort, looked like, like a routine or the same cycle. Every day for me, I've shared this all over again. Like I felt like the same, like as Diana, as Hazel and Mwayi were saying, it's just the same thing. For me, every day, like just the same routine. Before I found this opportunity, I used to do 2 nursing jobs or maybe sometimes double shift. So what I used to do, especially when I used to do double shift, wake up very early in the morning, rush to work, and probably do a double shift and then come home like really tired. And then when I come home, like repeat the same cycle all over and all over again. And when I'm coming home, like in the evening, the kids are already asleep. And when I left in the morning, they were already asleep. Just the same thing all over again. But, like on the outside, like people, when they see me, they could think, maybe I was really stable, as Diana was saying, and happy. But inside me, I felt like empty and even stuck, because it was just, like a survival, like I was surviving every day and not even thriving or even living the way I've always wanted to live in life. I'll never forget, like one night I came home after, like I did a double shift, 12-hour shift. I think it was even more than that. And my kids were already asleep. Just like, like I've said, leaving them in the morning, coming back asleep, the same thing. And that moment hit me so hard, because I was like, if like my kids see, like they grow to see me do the same thing all over again, what kind of an example and setting to them? We are always talking like our kids will always do what they see us doing, but not what we tell them to do. I'm setting a bad example to them. They get to see an overworked mom all the time, and a mom who is never present in their life. Despite, providing, I was never present in their life. And if I didn't change that, I was like, the kids are gonna grow thinking this is how life should be. And so that one used to break me so much. I remember, as Diana was saying, I was the same, turning my kids down, for events all the time. They want to go even just as simple, like for a walk or even park. They are like saying all the time, I'm tired. I remember one day, like my daughter said, oh, I think we're going to be waiting for the next 100 years before we go. I never forget what she said one day. Until now, that made me like a break down and that was one of my wake up calls as well. Because, our kids will never forget. Kids, I've always said again, our kids all the time, no matter how hard we work, we buy them expensive toy to compensate the time that we are not there for them. You know what? Our kids, as they grow, they get to outgrow these toys really quick. Even 1 week or 2 weeks, they are done with the toy. But the memories that we make with them, they never forget for the rest of their life. Even for me personally, I remember the memories that we made with my parents when I was even 6 or 7 years old. So for me, I realized one day I have to come out of my comfort zone, because I didn't want to pass down the very cycle, I wanted my kids not to go through, to escape. I didn't want to pass that cycle to them. That's when I knew, and I had to call myself for a meeting and realize something had to change. And honestly, to be honest, stepping out of my comfort zone for me, it was very, very scary. I would say that every day. But I realized then, again, staying in the same place, in the same, that comfort zone of doing the same cycle all over again, of, settling meant settling for less or maybe just for bare minimum. And I could not afford to settle for less or set that example to my kids, because I wanted to show them as well, in life, you can choose courage over, a comfort zone. So that is the example I wanted them, their life to have, and I always say it's about, the legacy I wanted to build for my family as well. I wanted to show my kids, by stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing courage, you can build a legacy, so that when they grow, they embrace the same thing and they pass on from their kids and to their kids' generation. I'm just going to pass on to Mwayi.
Thank you so much. And my sisters, I can relate with you all, because I've done night shift before. I had 2 jobs before, missing out on my children's milestone. It was painful. My daughter will come and say, Mom, let's go and play. My body's like, no, you need to sleep. Getting ready for the next day. That was a painful thing to do. So for me, I was very comfortable with my job, very good job, operations manager, living paycheck to paycheck. I memorized, I knew my routine. When I wake up, going to work, what I'm going to do, what next, and everything else, and everything was set, right? And enjoying that process, because I was very comfortable. You ask me, I'll just answer you like that, because I had all the answers. People come to me, ask questions. I'm like, okay, you need to do this, everything else. Yes, that was good, but it was not great. That paycheck will come. I'll celebrate it in a minute, in the blink of an eye. It's gone. Even though I was enjoying that part, I was missing a big deal at home. I was missing out in my kids' life, my husband, in general, my family spending quality time, because life on other side, it looked great, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't that great at all. I was constantly tired. I get home, I want to lie down. I don't want to do anything. I was cooking because I've got kids, I have to cook. So I'll push myself to cook and do other things. And I thank God the moment this business knocked on my door. And I was like, this is it, because I knew something had to change. I knew something had to change. The days, are those that I kept myself telling, I kept telling myself that one day, one day when I have more time, one day I'll start something new. It never did. But I had to create that time for myself to create that change. Yeah. And then when I started this business, when I stepped out of my comfort zone, when I realized that my kids cannot inherit my job, that was it. And now look at me being home with my children. I can go to school, pick them up. After that, we go to the park and play. I never used to do that. Like now, the school holidays, we're together, playing together. This is the life that I envisioned. I'm telling you. The business, I don't have to wait for 2 weeks to get paid. The income comes. That's the beautiful part about this business. So if you're watching us, please stay out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. Maybe you want to go back to school. It's been 10 or 15 years. This is the right time. Challenge yourself to do that. You will be amazed the things that you can accomplish. Or you want to start this business, step out of your comfort zone. There is so much you can achieve when you are out of your comfort zone. In the comfort zone, there is no growth. You cannot upgrade yourself. You cannot see yourself grow. You can't. Until you challenge yourself, that's when you can do that. So I'll pass again back to Diana to share the last thought with our audience. Back to you, Diana. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone. I'm so excited for this topic because it's something that I think we all have always suffered because of just not being able to step out of our comfort zone. But you know what, the guys who are watching us, just stepping out gave us freedom to be present for our children, and we were able to protect our health because our health is so important. You don't want to work until when you're 70, your health is deteriorating, and you can't, even without all that money that you got from those 3 jobs that you are doing, that you're killing yourself with, and you're not even you're not gonna be able to enjoy it. So this is the right time for you, or for anyone watching us. This is the right time to ask you to step out of your comfort zone. As Jannet, Hazel, and Mwayi has said, it doesn't matter what comfort zone you want to step out of, but if there's something that you really want to do in life, and you want to change what the life that you have right now, just step out of that comfort zone. Do it. Do what you feel like it's gonna make you step out and feel yourself again. So as the Bible says, see, the Bible, Isaiah 43:19 says, see, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? That's what this business came for me. God is doing something new for me. I'm also doing something new that I never thought that I'll do. So if your comfort zone is quietly draining you, don't wait. Don't wait. I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, don't wait. Don't wait. Watch our free webinar. If whatever we've spoken to you today feels like this is what you really want, go watch our free webinar. Watch it. Go to our website, bios. You can find our website there. Go to our DMs. You can DM us whatever thing that you can't. If you're not able to see our website there, you can just ask us how you're gonna watch the free webinar and see how you can step into your new thing today. So don't take chances and just stay there and be comfortable. Step out the way we did. So I'll just pass it on to Hazel.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Mwayi. Thank you, Jannet. As my business partners have talked about, the comfort zone, we've all insisted, step out of the comfort zone. Don't be too comfortable in what you're doing. We're all getting old. Time is not waiting for us. Let's not use the money that we are working for, instead of enjoying when we are older with that money. We don't want to be using it to fix our health, because we've overused our bodies. So let's have plan B. And with me, when I stepped out of my comfort zone, I realized that this business was designed for me, for people like me. The tools were simple. and the training was clear. The support was constant, and the community is amazing, you know. So, like in the what's this? The reminder from the book of Isaiah 41, verse 10, it says, "Do not fear, for I'm with you. I'll strengthen you and I'll help you." So that promise gave me courage, you know. If anyone can do it, they stepped out of their comfort zone, and they also put God first. God comes first. For you to achieve what you're doing, you need to put God first. So if fear of the unknown has kept you stuck, it's time for you to move. Watch the free webinar and see how the ordinary people like us have been building extraordinary futures. You know, there are so many people who are actually doing so well with this business, and they've stepped out of their comfort zone. They've had their courage. We can do it. You can do it. So for now, I'll pass on to Jannet so that she can, say more about this. Thank you. Over to you, Jannet.
Thank you so much, Hazel. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Mwayi. Thank you so much. Diana, as my business partners have said, leaving the comfort zone. For me, I thought, yes, it's scary, leaving the comfort zone, but I always say, if nothing changes, nothing changes. I decided if I didn't leave my comfort zone, I'll keep on doing the same thing all over and all over again, and nothing was going to change. Moi always reminds us that if your past 2 years have been like the same thing and the same thing all over again, and the third bit is if you're not even happy to add to it more, you're complaining every day, that is already a sign that you need to change something need to change in your life. And mostly it's this comfort zone. We get so comfortable where we are until you don't want to live there. And if anything, as much as you continue enjoying being comfortable there, nothing is gonna change. It's just gonna be the same thing all over and all over again. For me, leaving my comfort zone allowed me, to show my kids, something different, not just, a endless cycle of doing the same thing, of just surviving, but it allowed me to show them that with courage, growth happens, and you are able to create a legacy, for your children's. Even the Bible, like the word of God reminds us, in Proverbs 13, verse 22, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's. And that is my biggest why. As Mwayi has reminded us, because that was one of my wake-up call as well. When I realized my nursing job, there is no day I'm going to ever leave to my kids. And then I realized that this job, these are opportunity, I can pass it on to my kids. I was comfortable with this opportunity and saw it as an opportunity like no other in this world. So those who have been watching us today, dear, busy working moms and dad, if you have ever looked at your kids, and I thought, I'm not happy what I'm showing to my kids. I'm not a good example to them, and you want more for them. You want to show them there is more to life than, getting tired and working all the time. If you've thought about that, this is your moment. Go ahead and watch the free webinar. It's always the first step. That is how we started, and start building the future that your family deserves, the future that your children are going to be grateful and thank you for. So I'm going to pass it on to Mwayi.
Thank you so much to you, my beautiful sisters. And this topic, it's really amazing. And I love the topic because it speaks a lot. And now that we're talking about it, memories just came. I was like, oh, wow, that's what I used to do. But to you, our viewers, here's the truth, right? Comfort zone feels safe, right? It feels safe, but the capes are small. You cannot grow when you are very comfortable. This business gave us courage to dream bigger, live life to the fullest, and create lasting impact. That's what we are doing. Our children, they will inherit this business from us. That's the best part about it. And the same in the book of Zechariah 4 verse 10, it says, do not despise the small beginnings. From the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. So this morning, to you, our viewers, your small beginnings can be to register and watch that free webinar. And then after that, take the next step, pay for access, pay for $149. If the webinar resonates with you, if you don't really understand after watching the webinar, then pay that $149 so that you can understand. You get to see our business. You get to see how we make money in this business. You get to see the community. It's not only the 4 of us here. Our community is bigger, more than 250,000, and they're all successful, all because they took a leap of faith. And the beautiful part about that 149, it's refundable within 30 days. Once you have access to our business, you know what we do. Guess what? Our company is generous. They'll give you back. If you say this is not for me, they'll give you back your $149. So don't just sit there and then watch while others are excelling. The best time to start was yesterday, right? They said that. But the next best time, it's this morning. Now, as you're listening to us, there's a say that strike while the iron is hot. So right now, as you're listening, as the thoughts are coming, just take that action. Don't let fear rob your future, or rob your destiny. Because when you take that leap of faith, your future self, it's going to thank you. So in saying that, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining us. Day 65 of Show Up and Shine, Fear from Freedom. Tomorrow we'll be here again, same time. So we'll see you tomorrow, and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.